As an internet lawyer, I've been dealing with internet legal issues for 15 years. It's an ever more complex area. All of the many problems that crop up on the internet, data protection, terms and conditions, disputes. I act for companies and for individual users as well. My experience is that the vast majority of people who sign agreement to terms and conditions have no idea what they're actually agreeing to. People are not aware that each time they click agreement, they're entering into a legally binding contract with whoever the provider is. To take one example that was in the news a few years ago, this computer games company, partly for a joke but partly also to make a serious point, put a clause in their terms saying that the user agreed to sell their eternal soul to the company, and they included with that a £5 voucher for anybody who noticed it and sent them a message to opt out, and only a tiny number of the 7,500 people who signed up that day actually did that, and they concluded from that that virtually nobody read the terms and conditions. In terms of privacy policies, I find that often, again, privacy policies use very kind of general legalistic type of wording, or at least wording which is very vague and doesn't clearly explain what those companies are doing. Most people don't understand the dangers of dealing with social networks and posting personal information. And I'm often amazed when I'm doing research myself at how much information I'm very easily able to find about individuals. Social networks are free, but it's likely that they're out to make money from you in other ways. And one way that social networks can make money is from personal data. So for example, let's say you post photographs or images on a website. That website may include in their terms and conditions their own right to reuse those photos and images for their own purposes, perhaps on another website or as part of a marketing campaign. I'm in favour of this right to be forgotten, which the EU are talking about at the moment, which gives internet users a right to ask companies to remove personal data relating to themselves unless there's a legitimate reason for holding it. This is just one example where the law needs to move very quickly to catch up with the kinds of privacy problems that we're seeing on the internet.